One of the other problems is the workforce. So there is a workforce crisis in the NHS from nurses following COVID. About 45% of registered dental nurses decided not to renew their membership with the General Dental Council, which is a requirement for them to work. So you had 45% of your workforce leave. That was qualified nurses and not taking into account any trainee nurses who were working there. So there's been a huge shortage in nursing, which means that then for us as clinicians to be able to work and provide the care that we need to have our team in order. And without that team, unfortunately, we can't work. And with a shortage in workforce, the only way to recruit staff is to pay more. So we've got this deepening crisis where wages are down for everyone, and we're having to pay more to make sure that we can operate. And as I said before, the NHS does not fund, it has increased the funding significantly. And year on year, most uplifts from the NHS are below inflation. So it's been a pay cut for dentists from 2006. So it's not a feasible system at this moment in time. Now, as clinicians kind of grew more experienced at times and things like that, they might, we do private dentistry and we've developed our skills. Some would probably go into other fields and offset their NHS commitment for private dentistry, which was a very natural progression that happened because NHS dentistry had a very small limit in terms of what it would do in the first place, what was covered in general practice and what was covered in advanced care. So younger graduates used to come in and take the place, and there was a flow of workforce that took place. Now, younger graduates are coming into the workforce and they're looking at the operation of this UDA, and they see it for what it is, and they don't really have a loyalty to the NHS that perhaps older clinicians did when the system was slightly better and slightly fairer. So new clinicians come in and they don't go into the NHS workforce. They go and operate privately where they have the time to develop and nurture their skills without the pressure being put on them. And this might, I believe on TV they were talking about how dentists are referring for extractions. It's not NHS dentists refer for extractions. We do a lot of extractions. The problem is though, when you qualify, you need experience and you need training. And it's hard to get that training in the current environment because there's so few of the workforce available to provide that. Also, there's a criteria for treatment to be done on the NHS, and if something is more complicated, it's not a matter of just giving it a go. Legally, we are obligated to refer to the appropriate level because if something was complicated, we should be doing it. Medical legally, there's a big problem in dentistry at the moment where there are just issues with indemnity and cover. So dentists are not willing to take the risk, high risk for low reward, unfortunately, which is a financial thing. So we don't have the workforce coming through to make up for those who are happy to perhaps work for a little bit less money at this stage in their career because they want to gain that experience when you can gain that experience now privately. So a few issues are arising in terms of the workforce, lack of nurses, lack of dentists coming into it. Europe, us leaving Brexit, has meant that there is less European dentists coming in, providing and supplementing the workforce. So we're at a challenge now where how can we provide the care that we want to for a fair remuneration at the true cost of what dentistry should be. And unfortunately, the NHS is just not able to provide the service that we want. And so unfortunately, dentists have left the service because it's just not fair.